Sherry was the first one today. Welcome, welcome. Happy Monday, if there can be a happy Monday. My grandmother used to always say, well, it's a good day if you're on the right side of the dirt. So, welcome in, welcome in. I'm here. Dang it. I struggle with this box so much. It is so annoying. Did it. Now don't go off screen. There we go. All right. Welcome in, everybody. Everybody ready for Diava Smackdown? I know that's what you're all here for. You come early so you get the Smackdown song. Right? I finally got the circle before the end of the show. All right, everybody, here we go. Do you have a Smackdown? Hi, OJM. She signs on every day waiting for MAGA to enter the door. With a this and a that and a sheepish grin. Look out, MAGA, she's about to begin. She's got moxie, it runs through her soul. She's the queen of Smackdown, yeah, it's her role. She invites the MAGA to challenge a fight. Careful where you tread, cause she's got bite. Come see Diava, a crusader of truth. Her sassy one-liners carry more than one tooth. She's bold and she's strong, she's a force to see. Diava is the badass of Smackdown Queens. MAGA tries to argue, but they have no wit. Diava hit him with facts when they start talking shit. Your logic's a mess, your facts are weak. Go step aside, boo, I've got truth to speak. She's got a heart of gold, but her force is steel. Don't ever talk over her, cause she'll make you squeal. From Twitter to TikTok, she's roaming the streets. Diava's got game, and she's hard to beat. Come see Diava, a crusader of truth. Her sassy one-liners carry more than one tooth. She's bold and she's strong, she's a force to see. Diava is the badass of Smackdown Queens. She's got a megaphone and a platform to preach. Running a show in the TikTok streets. Equality for all and respect for her. Trump voters request up. With maggots in the corner, looking kind of small as they stumble over word and begin the free fall. Diava delivers the end game stunner. She says, oh, look, we have a runner. A crusader of truth. Her sassy one-liners carry more than one tooth. She's bold and she's strong. She's a force to see. Diava is the badass of Smackdown Queens. So raise up our glasses and give her a follow. Come see her make all the MAGA twits wallow. With her wit and her wisdom, she's got game. Diava's a legend, and we all know her name. Stop being so emotional. That's for you, MAGA, and you, MAGA men. You are the most emotional creatures that have ever walked this planet. So weak, so pathetic, so angry, so emotional, so he-emotional. I think men are far too emotional. They're just too emotional to lead. Women are natural born leaders. So I think it's time, without Elon's help, we probably would have Kamala Harris as president right now. But, you know, there's always that. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Request up if you voted for Donald Trump. I'm going to bring up my backup account and we'll get into it. All right. Hey, welcome in, everybody. Happy Monday, happy Monday. All right. If you voted for Donald Trump, you're going to hit that guest request and come on up. Stop being a coward. You emotional creatures. Hit the guest request if you voted for Donald Trump. Welcome in, welcome in. Hi, happy Monday to you too. Hi over there on YouTube and Twitch. Come on, Jackhammer Johnny. You got that manly name, that Jackhammer Johnny. Oh. Yes, yes. Welcome in, welcome in. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request and come on up. I am just not liking the fact that Donald Trump, again, is trying to rewrite history. Oh, Willy Wonka, you come here every day, spew your nonsense, mute. Yes, this is for conversation. My whole life is to have conversations with Trump voters. Is this what you voted for? You want people snatched off the streets and thrown in jail? And of course he's in violation of posse comitatus. We all know that. We know the Marines don't belong there. We know the National Guard doesn't belong there. He's usurping the power from the governor of California. And he's trying to rewrite history. Because what he's saying, the timeline of what he's saying is not true. The timeline is not true. Blitz, hi, did you vote for Trump?
Yeah.
How old are you and what state did you vote in?
23, Pennsylvania.
Okay. What did you want to? I mean, are you down with what's happening in Los Angeles?
The riots.
Huh?
The riots.
The protests.
I mean, burning cars and protests.
That didn't happen until after the National Guard got there. Friday it was peaceful. They were just peacefully protesting, and LAPD said they had it under control. Saturday were peaceful protests. LAPD said they had it in control. Donald Trump sent the National Guard there, and they started pepperballing and rubber bullets on people. That's what started the violence. They were instigating them to respond. And when you have people throwing tear gas and pepper balls and all that kind of stuff at you, they're going to retaliate. And wasn't it interesting how there was 5 cars all lined up in a row on the street for them?
Okay, so you do.
So come on.
At this current moment, it is a riot.
No, it is not. They are reacting to the force that is being shown to them, done by the Trump administration's orders.
By law enforcement?
No.
Not by law
by ICE.
Is ICE law enforcement?
No.
Okay, so what does ICE do?
They go after immigrants. They're not supposed to go after protesters.
What does ICE stand for?
Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Immigration and Customs, not protesters.
They enforce immigration law.
And that's not what they're doing.
They're not doing that by deporting illegal aliens?
That's not what they're doing. They are violently reacting to the protesters.
So okay.
And we don't even know if they're ICE because they don't have uniforms. They don't have name badges. They're covering their faces. These you can get an ICE uniform off of an ICE vest off of Amazon. You can get a deportation officer vest off of Amazon. We don't know who these people are because they're covering their faces. They don't have badges. They don't have lanyards. They have no one knows who that's disappearing them off the street. They are hiding themselves for a reason. They don't have warrants to go after these people. You can't just snatch people off the street.
Disappearing who off the street?
People.
Who?
Human beings.
Are they citizens?
Some are, yes.
Can you name a single U.S. citizen that
yes.
has been snatched by ICE?
Yes.
Who?
The 3-year-old, the 4-year-old, the 10-year-old, the 7-year-old. They don't give their names because they're minors.
Were those individuals detained by ICE, or were they?
Yes.
Were
yes.
Parents allowed to take their kids with them?
No.
One had a U.S. An American citizen father, and he tried to get his child, and they told him they would arrest him if he tried to take the child. And they sent the child with the mother.
The mother requested the child.
They did not. That's a lie. Go get me a source right now. Go get me the story. Go. Not from Fox News, not from the White House. Go get me a source that the mother. No, no. You're gonna get me a source. No. I know Trump supporters don't like consent, but I said no. Go get me a source. You're not going to continue to talk. All right. You're just going to act like a petulant child, and you're dismissed. Get a source. Source is like kryptonite to Trump voters. It's just kryptonite. Give me a source. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Scout, you've got bars. Looks like your Wi-Fi doesn't have a good connection. Did you vote for Trump?
Nah, I didn't vote for Trump. I voted for Jill Stein.
Ugh, get out of here. You might as well have voted for Trump anyway. Where is she? Where's Groundhog Stein? It pops up every 4 years to run for president. Fucking Groundhog Day. Groundhog Stein. Where's she been since November? Has she said a single word? Oh, she's probably having dinner with Putin again. Fucking Jill Stein. You people make me sick, to be honest with you. You're almost worse than MAGA. Almost. Same with the protest voters. Now look at Gaza. Yeah, good job. Congratulations, dumbasses. Terry, did you vote for Trump?
No, sorry. That was I'm in my.
Oh, that's okay. Tapping error. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, why isn't Kyle Rittenhouse there trying to save the property? Puxatawny Jill. That's so good. That's so good. Puxatawny Jill. Wonder Bread, did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I voted for Trump with both my hands, my entire chest, and if I could have used a foot, I would have.
Is this Breda? Huh?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah, I don't platform people like you. Goodbye. Breda is insufferable. What are you back up here for?
Why are you solidarity with Los Angeles? What does that mean?
Why are you up here if you voted for Jill Stein?
Because I thought Trump and Kamala Harris are trash. So
Well,
the lesser of the all three.
Yeah. Get out of here. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Carrie, thank you for subscribing. Okay, no worries, thanks. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. I will not have a conversation. Nope, not with Puxatawny Jill voters. Nope. I find you just disgusting. If you really want a green party, or a good third party, start on your local level. Start in your schools. Start for governor. Work your way up to president. You guys just pop up every 4 years and think you guys are going to get everyone to vote for a third party candidate that nobody fucking knows and has no real policies. And start at your local level. Start now for 2028. Start a movement, or start for 2035. or whatever the next election is, 33, whatever. But don't start 6 months before a presidential election. She pops up every 4 years to take votes from the Democrats. If you really want a valid third party, start at the local level, build your platform, build your momentum, have policies that people want, have policies that people will get behind. You don't just pop up right before a presidential election and siphon votes from the Democrats. It's stupid. Fucking hate Jill Stein voters, just almost as much as MAGA. And these protest voters, what did that get you? Not a goddamn thing. Hope you feel happy. Stupid. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Why vote? It's your civic duty to vote. When you vote, you're not voting for the candidate that checks every box. You're not looking for a life partner, okay? You at least vote for the candidate that's going in the direction you want. Like Kamala Harris, democracy, policies that were for everyday people. Trump, fascism, and policies for millionaires and billionaires. I mean, even if you don't think Kamala was perfect, she was at least going in the direction of democracy and policies for people. Texas, did you vote for Trump?
Yeah.
How old are you and what state did you vote in?
35, Texas.
Okay.
I don't like the looting.
Who's looting?
The Nike and the Adidas stores in LA.
Who's doing it?
I don't know. I wouldn't put my money on it being MAGA.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, they don't really.
I don't give a shit about property. Don't give a shit about property. Don't care about property. I don't care about property. Can you give me a source? Can you give me a source the Nike and Adidas stores are being looted?
Yeah, for sure. 1 second.
Yeah. Thanks. I'll give you a mute further. Yeah. Mm. They would never loot a Nike store or an Adidas store, but they would break in to the capital of the United States, beat police officers, smear their shit all over the walls, but they would never loot an Adidas store. Sure. Yeah. I have beachfront property to sell you in Arizona.
Where do you want the store or what do you want?
What news source is reporting this? Where?
CNN from LA did it. Reported on it last night, 9 hours ago. Downtown LA.
Okay.
Yeah.
And?
Oh, I'm just saying, are you okay with, you said your solidarity with Los Angeles, and Los Angeles is burning right now.
No, it's not. Okay, please go show me where anything that's burning in Los Angeles except for the 5 cars that were lined up in a perfect line.
So you just said, name something that's burning. Then you just said 5
Los
cars.
Angeles is not burning down. It's not burning down.
Trucks. What needs to not burn? What needs to not burn for you to be okay?
You said Los Angeles is burning to the ground.
I said it's on fire.
It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not.
There is.
Would you like to tell me, is Los Angeles, okay, would you shut your fucking mouth and let me speak?
I'm not going to do that.
I don't allow men to speak over me, and it's not going to start with you. This is the size, shut up, look at the screen and be quiet. This, all right. I'll tell it for the people in here because this is actually really important. This is the size of Los Angeles. The red dot is the small section where this detention facility is, where they are protesting. This whole map is Los Angeles. That small red dot is where that facility is, where the protesters are. Los Angeles is not burning down. Okay? Okay. Calm down. Calm down. It's okay. You're in fucking Texas, dude. This fake outrage. Where was your outrage on January 6th? When he didn't call the National Guard in, when he was the only one authorized to call the National Guard in Washington, D.C. Why didn't he do it that day when it was really a riot? He's like, if they even spit on a cop, they're going to hit them. He just pardoned 1,200 people who beat fucking cops on January 6th. Miss me with your fake fucking outrage. You're disgusting and you're disingenuous. Okay, you have two, hey, ha, cuz, whatever. I'm not bringing you up. All you are friendlies. I'm not taking friendlies at this time. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request and come on up. I don't even want your
my bad.
accident. Okay, no worries. Thank you. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request and come on up. This is LA. That little red dot is where the protests are. Los Angeles is not burning down. And wasn't it suspicious? There was 5 vehicles all lined up in a row on the streets, empty. Oh my goodness. After the National Guard got there, there was no burning. The only fires that were set were from the flash points and the stuff that the ICE people were throwing. So, and this for all you Trumpers in here, real quick. Once you defend a crooked, divisive, foul-mouthed, racist, sexist, xenophobic liar like Donald Trump, you have no standing to be outraged about anything anyone else does or says ever. Miss me with your bullshit. Yes, that Australian reporter had a microphone in her hand, had a whole camera crew, had a press thing on. They could see she was doing a news story, and you can see the guy behind her turn around and purposely hit her with a rubber bullet. Right on camera. Unprovoked, doing a news story. They are escalating the situation. Trump administration is escalating the situation. They did not need. Gavin Newsom said no to the National Guard. It wasn't needed. He's usurping his power like he's trying to do with every other branch. Misfit Toys, go find 4 more followers who care what you have to say. I don't bring anybody up that's under 10 because usually you're just bots or you just come up and slur, and I'm not interested. This is how I feel about all of you. MAGA. Disgusting. But I love this one today. Taco Fell. Oh, that's so cute, Texas Man. I've never seen that one. Thank you. Taco Fell. He used to make fun of Joe Biden all the time. He can't even walk upstairs. Yeah, guess what happened, Taco Fell? Oopsie poopsie. Everything he used to make fun of Joe Biden for, if there is a God, God's making sure you guys see it out of this guy right here. They're lying about LA. Donald Trump is lying about LA. He is lying about the timeline in LA. He's like, the cars are burning, everything was burning, so we had to send in the National Guard. All that happened after he sent the National Guard. He is lying about the timeline to justify why he sent. Yes, I know the Marines are there. Yes. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Yes, I know about the Marines. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. The bald eagle in a dumpster screaming to the heavens is a perfect encapsulation of 2025 so far. I thought that was funny. I had to. They were peacefully protesting and they started shooting them with the pepper balls, the rubber bullets. Peaceful protesters walking through the streets. They escalated this whole situation. They escalated the situation. They escalated the situation. Not the other way around. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request and come on up. I see him in the comment section, but man, they scaled. Probably also because I don't let them lie. I'm like, you got to bring a source. If you're going to make the claim, you got to bring a source. And sources are like kryptonite to Trump voters. So that's why. And if you guys would like to help support my live, contrary to what everyone says, I do not get paid by the RNC. I do not get paid by the DNC. I am completely crowdfunded. So if you want to help support my live, Diavatalks, right over here on the yellow banner, it's spelled the same on Cash App and Venmo. If you want to help support me, I'd really appreciate it. If you want to subscribe, it costs less than a cup of coffee to help your favorite creator just for a month. Less than a cup of coffee for a whole month subscription. That's another way to support me. And then I have my live gift goals. So if you want to help support me, I'd appreciate it. Thank you. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. I'm looking for Trump voters. I'll support the veterans. Oh, if you're a Trump supporter, don't you come up here talking about you support the veterans. Fuck all the way off. As Donald Trump is cutting 80,000 jobs from the VA and cutting VA healthcare benefits. Fuck all the way off. Nothing in this world is more of a hypocrite than Trump voters. My God. If you don't know that VA benefits are getting cut, dude, I don't know what to tell you, man. I mean, come on. You guys are like, they're not getting cut yet. The bill hasn't passed yet. Fucking dummies. Just like the lady who came up the other, she's like, well, my Medicare hasn't been cut. My Medicaid hasn't been cut. My food stamps haven't been cut because the bill hasn't passed yet. Allie, thank you for subscribing. Yatu Sabe, did you vote for Trump?
Oh, yeah, definitely. No other choice.
Okay. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
40. Florida.
Of course.
Yeah, best state.
Yeah, I live in Florida, dude. It's not.
What part of Florida?
Central Florida.
What, Orlando? Tampa?
I don't give my location because Trump supporters are violent and I've already had many, many death threats. So I don't tell where I live.
Lady, look at me. Please. Look at yourself. Why would I stalk you?
I didn't say you. There's almost 700 people in here, ding dong. I'm not telling where I live. I'm not talking about you.
What's happening with these protesters/rioters?
Protesters?
That's what you want to call them, right?
Well, that's what they're doing. It's a constitutionally protected activity.
So, can I ask you a question, without arguing with you, please? Just debating. So,
I'm here for questions. I mean, I'm here talking. So why would you ask that question?
So, because that's what you're showing on your panel, right? That's the image. So, when LAPD refuses to hold ICE, right? And
when did they refuse? When did they refuse?
They just did.
When?
Today.
Can you give me a source of when the LAPD said they refused to?
Fox News, CNN, News Channel.
No, those are no. I need you to bring me a specific source, please. A story.
All right. So they did, but let's say.
No. We don't. I don't go by trust me, bro. Nope. We don't go any further in the conversation. You need to bring me a source. You have Google in your hand. It's free. Doesn't cost you a penny.
Okay, man. So let's say they did.
Nope. Then you concede that you're wrong, and you concede that you're lying.
No.
No. We're not moving forward in the conversation unless you concede that you're wrong or you bring a source. You got the wrong person. I don't allow pivoting. Yes, because you're not talking unless you concede. You concede or bring a source.
My source is telling.
Concede or bring a source. Because I don't allow you to keep speaking unless you concede or bring a source. I'm holding you accountable. You have to concede or bring a source. I have integrity. You don't. You want me to trust me, bro. You want to trust me, bro. And I'm asking for a source. So either concede or give me a source.
I concede to disagree with you.
Oh, too bad. Had to move you. You got violated. TikTok removed you. Oopsie. I don't care if he's explaining where he saw it. I want a source. No, I didn't remove him. I'm looking for Trump voters to talk to. I got a huge thing that pops on the screen with a red danger sign, basically, and it says remove to no to Sabe or whatever. And I have to click the remove button, and it takes him down. I can't do anything about that. I'm on a subwave. If you want to subscribe, I need 2 more subscribers in the next 11 minutes. 2 subscribers cost you less than a cup of coffee for the month. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. You can't just come up and make wild claims. You've got to be able to provide a source. Okay, News Nation is a source. What's the name of the article? Do you guys not know what a source is? Did you ever have to write a paper where you had to cite your source? You didn't just say, I saw this in the encyclopedia. I saw this on the news. You had to give the name of the article, the page, where you found it. Do you not know what a fucking source is? My God. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request and come on up. That's true. They can't read. They don't read and they can't read. Just like Trump. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Cosmo, News Source Nation, YouTube. Oh my God, this guy's thumping his chest. I'll put my financial portfolio against yours any day. We're not talking about personal finances, you dipshit. The fuck is your financial portfolio have to do anything with politics? Jesus Christ. What's wrong with you people? Fucking psychotic. Cheryl, thank you for the $1 to start a $1 challenge. Why don't they open their eyes is insane. I know. Okay, Cheryl is challenging everybody in the chat right now to send $1 to my Cash App or Venmo to help support my live. Go. Sean, thank you for the $3. Another Monday, another MAGA smack to smack down. Exactly. Thank you so much, Sean. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. And I just did a real quick Google search. Do local law enforcement have to comply with ICE orders? Law enforcement generally has the option to cooperate with ICE, but it is not legally required to comply with all ICE orders, including detainers. Buck, I am not begging for money. I said, if you'd like to donate, and then one of my followers offered a challenge to everyone in the live to send $1. Does that sound like begging? Was I saying, for the poor, I'm starving, please send me money? That's not begging. You're just jealous. Jealous that nobody would give you any money. No one gives a shit what you have to say, what you have to think, because you probably have shit takes. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Diava Theater. I know, right? You voted for the grifter in chief who sells you fucking watches, NFTs. Thank you, Maui Wise, for the galaxy. Thank you. That was so nice. I'm not selling Bibles. I'm not selling watches and perfume and trading cards and NFTs that are non-existent and meme coins and $1 million dinners. And Buck is so jealous. So no, local law enforcement do not have to cooperate. They're not legally required to comply with ICE orders, including detainers. Oopsie doopsie. All you want to do is argue, and all you want to do is complain. So emotional. You must be a man. Waving a flag of a country you don't want to go to and destroying the country you want to live in. Oh my God. You mean like the way they paraded the Confederate flag through the Capitol on January 6th? Oh no. Exactly, Essie. Essie in the comments is a Harris supporter, who's also a police officer, and he said I am correct that they do not have to comply with local law with the ICE. Sorry, you're wrong. Marching that Confederate flag through the Capitol on January 6th was not a USA flag. User bunch of numbers. Did you vote for Trump? User? I'm guessing that was probably a mistake. So if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. I am looking for Trump voters and Trump voters only to have a conversation with. So if you voted for the traitor, come on up. Buck got muted because Buck was invited about 4 times and refused to come up and talk. He just wanted to sit in the comments and complain and be very emotional. Golf King comes here all the time too. They just like to stay in the comments and cry and be emotional. So unbecoming of a man. Linda, thank you for the challenge. You rock, sister. Thank you. Dawn, thank you for the dollar challenge. MAGA, so stupid, have to always push false narrative. Exactly. Bennett, I hate MAGA, bitches. Thank you for the $1. Teresa, thank you for the $5. You guys rock. Thank you so much. Everyone should vote libertarian in the next election. No, thank you. Peggy, thank you for the $1 on Venmo. Don't tread on me as they use the National Guard to come treading on our streets. You guys are so fucking hypocritical. It's ridiculous. Just ridiculous. $1 challenge, keep swatting the flies. Thank you, Peggy. I love how you said keep swatting the flies. Yeah, Donald Trump fell up the stairs on Air Force One. Yeah. He's not fit to be president. Sorry. That's what y'all said about Joe Biden. Darn. Guess it's time to 25th Amendment his ass. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Yeah. Oh, I know they sent Marines. Don't tread on me as you tread on American citizens. Sure. You're such fucking hypocrites. All you people I have to have all my pew-pews. Thank you, Maui Wise. I have to have all my pew-pews because I have to rise up against a tyrannical government. Well, the government's tyrannical. Where are you? Are you 2A nuts? Are you amosexuals? Where are you? The government's pretty tyrannical. Where are you? Cricket, cricket. Daniel, thank you for the dollar challenge. They changed. It's now tread on me harder, daddy. Yeah, that's true. Tread on me harder, daddy. Teresa, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. Tread on me harder, daddy. That's what I call gun nuts. People that love their weapons more than they care about children are amosexuals. That is a word I made up. That's okay, American Living. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Let's go. They just love that piece of steel more than their own children. Electric Alshar, thank you for the $10 cash app. $1 for me and 9 others that can't give. Thank you, Electric Alshar. You're so sweet. That's so nice. Thank you so much. Does anybody else get the feeling, this feeling? Hopefully I'm not wrong. But this dreadful feeling, let me preface, that all these tanks and stuff heading to Washington, D.C. for this parade on for Saturday is going to be used for something else. Yeah. Because he knows about the No Kings rally. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Stop being scared. Okay, Daniel, I see where it says ice melts, but you've spammed it like 20 times. Please stop. You're proud of ice. All right, good little brown coat. Brown shirt. Red hats or just brown shirts? You would have been a good little schnauzy. Good little schnauzy. Oh, AI is not available. If AI requests again, AI demonically. AI, yeah, just mute them if they comment again because I invited them up and they're not coming up. So cowards can't stay in the comment section being cowards. They have to come up. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request and come on up. Tammy, hi, did you vote for Trump?
I did.
Okay. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
I'm 58 and I voted for Trump in Michigan.
Okay. What were you obviously they invited you up here because you were saying stuff in the comment section. I can't read everything that goes by while I'm running a live, but what is your take on all this, I guess, maybe?
I'm just trying to reiterate to people who don't understand that we had 4 years of our borders being open. And
Can you, okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Can you please tell me the policy that Joe Biden put out that changed the border policy to open the border?
We have like
we have a border policy. So I need you to tell me how Joe Biden opened the border.
He just opened the
Okay, what border policy are we under Joe Biden? If you don't know, just say I don't know and I'll tell you.
I don't know.
Okay, it's called Title 8. What was the border policy under Donald Trump's previous administration?
The that they had to stay in Mexico and be
Okay,
vetted.
that was only during COVID. So that was also stopped by the Supreme Court, not by Joe Biden. So can you tell me the border policy that we were under Donald Trump, other than during C-19?
that they
No, the border policy.
the border policy. No, I
Yes.
don't know the
Okay, it was called Title 8. Do you know what the border policy we were under Obama?
No, I don't.
Title 8. It's been under Title 8 since Ronald Reagan. It has never changed. So no, Joe Biden did not open the border. It's not a literal gate, okay? There's thousands of miles of border. There is not a gate that can be opened by Joe Biden. It's just ludicrous that you would even say that. So just so you know, we haven't had a border policy change since the 80s.
Okay, I hear what you're saying, but
Okay.
answer me this question.
Sure.
Under Obama, under the current administration,
Mhm.
we had a policy that did separate families in order to process DNA.
That was not no, that's not true. Because during the Obama administration, they separated children from the adults until they knew that those children belonged to the adults. It was for their protection. What Donald Trump did in his last administration was rip even nursing babies from their mothers to be cruel. Stephen Miller said it was a zero tolerance policy. They did it to deter people from coming here. That is very different.
So why did the Biden administration stop the DNA testing?
They didn't.
They did.
Can you give me a source on that?
I can't give you a source.
Then you can't make the claim.
Okay, that's fine.
It's okay. I'm looking it up. Stop DNA testing. You have to have proof. You can't just. Oh, okay. It was because the customs. You are correct, but he didn't stop it. The decision was prompted by the expiration of the the Customs and Border Patrol's contract with Bode Technologies.
Okay.
The contract was up.
Well, regardless of the situation.
No, it's not regardless. I go on facts here, Tammy. That's why I asked you for a source, because just because it happened. My ring light just fell. Sorry. Just because it happened under the Biden administration doesn't mean that Biden did it, or that because he was president, he made things happen. You have to tie it to a policy, because that's what we are governed by, is policies and laws. So that would be a causation versus correlation fallacy. Just because he was president doesn't mean he did it or he caused it. It has to be tied to a policy. So it took me 2 seconds to Google it, and it was because the contract with Bode Technologies expired. That doesn't mean Biden stopped it. It meant the contract ran out.
So, as a mother to a mother, would you be comfortable in a situation such as that it would be okay to separate your child from you?
They're not separating. The Biden administration didn't separate the children.
Okay. Here's another thing.
No, you got to have proof. You can't just say words.
Believe me, I understand what you're saying, but here's my other thing. Besides
From mother to mother, let me ask you a mother to mother question before you move on. Would you let your daughter be alone in a room with Donald Trump?
In what circumstances?
Any.
That would depend on the situation.
Yeah, exactly what I thought. So give me a break. You know, he's a piece of shit human.
My daughter to take a shower with Biden either, but.
And that was also proven that his daughter came out and said that was not true. Okay. And the people that stole her diary went to jail and made up this bullshit. You have got to turn off Fox News, ma'am.
I don't watch Fox.
Or OAN or Newsmax or whatever right-leaning news source, because you are wrong on everything. on everything. Joe Biden never didn't go on that Howard Stern podcast and say that he walked in on Miss Teen USA pageants to inspect the girls because he owned the pageants. These were 15 to 17-year-old girls naked, getting dressed before a pageant, and he laughed about it and said, I did it because I could. Then he bragged on the Access Hollywood tape that he could just walk up to women and grab them by the kitty because he's a celebrity and they let him. And then when he goes to court, because E. Jean Carroll said that's exactly what he did to her in a dressing room, they take it to court. A jury finds unanimously that he sexually abused her. He is an abuser of women and he is disgusting.
She has nothing on that. They cannot prove anything.
Oh, so you're going to be...
30 years?
Nope. If you're going to be a grape apologist, you got to turn on your camera. Turn on your camera. You're not going to be a grape apologist. Turn on your camera. Show your face for the whole world to see that you're going to go against women and for the rapist. Go ahead. Why didn't he show his DNA? Why didn't he give his DNA? He had 2 or 3 years to give his DNA and he refused. And then his lawyers offered it after the deadline when they knew it couldn't be used. If you're going to be a grape apologist, turn on your camera. I don't care if it was 30 years ago. You know how many years ago mine was? Like 36 years ago. And I never told anybody. I never called the police. But I bet you if that motherfucker ran for president, I would let everybody know. I sure shit would. And I wouldn't be a grape apologist. Sickening. Michael, thank you for being a new member. Thank you so much. Thank you for subscribing. Awesome. Thank you. On YouTube. Thank you. Look at the comments, Tammy. All the women that said theirs was 30 years ago, 40 years ago, all these years ago. Most women don't tell. Turn your camera on, Tammy. Say it with your whole chest. Say it with your whole face. I show my face on here every day. And I say what I say because I bring truth and only things that have been researched and can be proven. I don't say anything that I haven't thoroughly researched. And you came up here with all misinformation. I debunked every single thing you said. With evidence. Title 8. Gave you the numbers. Everything that's gone on. Because I know. But I'm not going to let you be up here and talk bad about the victim and take the side of the rapist. Nope. Show your face. You're not saying another word. You either turn on your camera or I'm going to just drop you. I don't allow grape apologists on my live and then let you keep talking. Get the fuck out of here. You're muted. No, you got to leave it on. No, ma'am.
Okay.
No, you got to leave it on. No. Nope. You got to leave it on.
Do you see my face?
No, you have to hit save. When you turn your camera on, you have to hit save. Otherwise, it goes off. There you go. Now, yes. So why are you being a grape apologist and blaming the victim?
I'm not being a grape apologist.
You said that E. Jean Carroll didn't say because it was 30 years ago. You're blaming the victim for not coming forward sooner. And I know why. Do you know why?
Why?
Because her parents are still alive and she didn't want to put them through that. And do you know why she ended up suing him for defamation?
Well, do tell.
Because she wrote a book. She wrote a book and told the story in the book. Donald Trump then went on TV and said, she's a liar, she's crazy, she's this, she's that. And the judge said, you can't sue him for defamation unless you include the essay also. because that's the reason why is the essay and the defamation. So she sued for both and she won.
She won, but the case itself was considered, what was it? Accountability?
No, it's called liable. In a civil court, it's liable.
Okay, liable does not mean guilty.
If a jury comes back and says, you are liable. Okay, if I hit your car, Tammy, we're on the road. Don't take the camera off your face.
I'm right here.
No, I was looking at your ceiling. If put the camera back on your face. If I hit your car with my car and you sued me and we went to court, you provided your dash cam evidence to the judge and that I hit your car, the judge would find me what? Liable for hitting your car, which means I'm responsible for doing it. So that's the same thing.
Visible or tangible proof, it's just hearsay.
No, it wasn't hearsay because she had her therapist, who was her therapist at the time, who had contemporaneous notes of their conversations during her therapy sessions of the story, along with two other witnesses that corroborated the story. And Donald Trump also refused to give his DNA. Oh yeah, here we go again. That grape was sexy. Yes, I knew that was coming up. You all say the same thing because right-wing media tells you the same story. She said it's a problem with the media and with movies and in Hollywood because sometimes, and the way that it's glorified in movies is some people think that grape is sexy. She didn't say she did. She was telling how the narrative is. You are so fucking disgusting.
Okay.
Get the fuck off my live. Just utter filth. Women like that is so gross. She had every Fox News talking point right down to, if we had a bingo card for the E. Jean Carroll case, y'all would have got some blackout bingo. That was nuts. Nuts. Hey, everybody over here on YouTube. Thank you guys for being here. Make sure you like the video. You can subscribe. There's a free subscribe and you can have a paid subscription as well. You can also super chat. And I'll read your message on the live. So thank you guys for being over here on YouTube and Twitch. Appreciate you. Women like that make me sick. Sick. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Mother to mother. Gross. That means she has children. Ugh. Of course she didn't address the Miss Teen USA. Of course not. Because there's actual audio of that on the Howard Stern show. Diva, you literally side with arsonists that tax law enforcement. Congrats. No. No, never said that. I'm on the side of the protesters. They're doing a constitutionally protected activity. If somebody vandalizes or somebody does violence and they get caught, they should go to jail. Fine. But you side with the Capitol insurrectionists, and Donald Trump pardoned them all. They went in and beat cops on January 6th, and Trump pardoned them all. Spare me your fake outrage about you stand on the side against law enforcement. So do you, bitch. But I actually don't. If somebody does violence, they should go to jail. You guys don't have the same energy for January 6th. Golf King has been muted in the chat now. He needs to come up and talk to me. There was no car burning until the National Guard showed up. There was no car burning until they escalated the situation and started pepperballing and shooting rubber bullets at the people that are walking through the streets. Did you see the video of the police on the horse that just walked by a protester that was just walking and they just beat him? Yeah, that's That's not peaceful. They're being agitated and they're being attacked. What they're doing is fighting back. They're doing it on purpose. And if they're really going after gangs and illegal immigrants that are in gangs and violence, why aren't they in South Central LA? Where like actual gang activity happens. You guys are so pathetic. You're like, oh, you guys are so violent, but y'all said you said mum on January 6th. Miss me with the bullshit. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Just fake outrage is just gross. You're so logically inconsistent. It's just ridiculous. Thank you guys for helping me get that flash goal. Trump should start selling stool samples. His supporters have been buying his BS for years. Oh, that's so good. I love that. That was so good. They'd probably buy it. You're right. They probably would. Oh, Catan, are you finally connected? Are you there? Gina, are you a Trump supporter?
Oh, sorry.
Accident? Okay, I thought so. Catan C. Oh, okay. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. That's okay, Gina. It happens all the time. That just means you're tapping the screen, so I really appreciate it. Thank you. We're almost at 200,000 likes. You guys are smashing it today. Thank you. And then didn't Donald Trump just say on TV today, if you watched his little press conference thing, when they asked him if he thought it was an insurrection, he says, well, not quite an insurrection. So he's not even saying that it is either. So shut your yap, Trumpers. Your fake outrage is just displaced and gross. No, they're not going after criminals. Stephen Miller yelled at them because they weren't getting enough people. So they said, just go for the low hanging fruit. So that's why they're going into jobs, in restaurants, in schools. They tried to get into 2 elementary schools last week. Children, grandmas, they're not going after criminals. That's just not true. It's just not true. They may be trying to find the criminals, but they're snatching everybody else up in between. Janera, thank you for the $10 Venmo. Johnny was there and he got hit with rubber bullets and tear gas for documenting. I know, I was in his live today when he was telling that. Johnny Palmadessa is in LA and he's reporting on what's happening. And he got hit with rubber bullets and tear gas and pepper sprayed and all that too. While he was just documenting, he wasn't protesting. Thank you, Tara, for the gold mine. They got a quota to meet. They want to do at least 3,000 a day. So now they're just snatching anybody. No, they just don't have that many criminals. There's just not that many criminals. They can't get 3,000 criminals a day because they don't commit crime. If they wanted to get criminals off the street, they would go after white men. They're the ones who commit most of the crime in this country. It's not undocumented immigrants. It's white men. If you want to clean up the streets and stop violence, you would go after white men. Yeah, or the White House. They're harboring a criminal in the White House as we speak. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request and come on up. Let's chat. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. I'm not looking for friendlies right now. Maybe that was an accident, but I'm just looking for Trump voters and Trump voters only right now, please. Yeah, I've heard the helicopters and stuff too. Did you see the Black Hawk helicopter that landed and was restocking the ammunition Saturday night? They're instigating the violence. They definitely don't remember the Rodney King situation, that's for sure. They mess with the wrong city. But Donald Trump has been salivating about this since his last administration. He has been salivating about this. They want to go into blue states and federalize the National Guard. This is treasonous. They're grabbing anyone. LA don't play. That's right. LA don't play. He's been trying to do this since the BLM riots. He asked if they could shoot him in the legs during the BLM riots. This will be his downfall if the military would do anything about it. But with Pete Hegseth at charge, they won't. This is definitely the start of MAGA's end. Yep. We don't use our military against our own people. Who are they taking out of schools? Kids. Why don't you Google the kid that was a teenager picked up on his way to volleyball practice? They're not going in for adults. It's children. That's why a 3-year-old was zip tied with handcuffs last week. 3. What crime did a 3-year-old commit? A 4-year-old with cancer. A 7-year-old. A 10-year-old. Yes, revoke all MAGA's voting rights. Absolutely correct. Yeah, it's not going to work. They have children going into immigration hearings with no attorneys. Google that. Inhumane, disgusting filth. ICE needs to be abolished completely. Once we get rid of this Trump infestation in our country, Sarah, did you vote for Trump?
Yeah, I did.
How old are you and what state did you vote in?
I'm 61 and I'm in Texas. So what do you think about these LA riots going on right now?
Did you just get here?
Yeah.
Okay. Danielle, thank you for subscribing. These are people that were peacefully protesting until he sent the National Guard in, and where they started pepper spraying and shooting people with rubber bullets. They escalated the situation, and the people responded. There was no fires. There was nothing. No fires. No nothing. They were peaceful protests. Even the LAPD put out a here, I'll show you. LAPD put out a news release. It's on my screen. June 7th, on Saturday, that said, today demonstrations across the city remain peaceful, blah, blah, blah. They came out with a press release. Everything has been peaceful. Saturday night, Donald Trump said he was sending the National Guard in. And that's when all hell broke loose on Sunday, because they started shooting the protesters with rubber bullets, pepper spray, tear gas. And they had 5 cars neatly placed in a row, unoccupied. They escalated the situation to get them to respond, to get them to be violent, so then he could now justify sending the Marines there today.
No, they did not.
That is the exact timeline.
this to make them act like idiots.
Yes, they did.
They done this because they want to do it. Now they're
No.
burning the American.
No, that's not correct. You
They
have,
just burn it on TV. I just watched it.
and that is because they initiated the first fires with their flashbangs. It's not the people. Turn down your TV. How disrespectful. No wonder you're a Trump. No wonder you're a Trump voter. Turn it down when you come on someone's live.
Well, I'll turn it down. But just because the National Guard got there, that gave them the right to do all this bullshit?
No, the National Guard should never have been sent. We don't put military on the ground against U.S. citizens. It's called posse comitatus. It's against the law and it's against our Constitution. And Donald Trump doesn't give a fuck.
Oh, okay. No. I think they ought to go in there and lock them all up, send them back where they belong. That's what I think.
Oh, you mean like that we did the January 6th people who stormed the Capitol, beat police officers, smeared their shit all over the Capitol? Donald Trump pardoned them.
Oh, there's still some in there.
No, there's not a single one. Not one.
Yeah, there is.
No, show me. Go get me a source. How many people are left in jail? Go. Google's in your hand and it's free.
Some people deny.
No. I don't allow pivoting. You're going to get a source and give me the name of somebody still in prison from January 6th. If it's true, then you should have no problem finding a source. You got Google in your hand, ma'am.
I think Donald Trump.
No. I don't allow pivot. Can't keep talking. You got to bring the source and tell me a name of someone that's still in prison that was part of January 6th. Go. Source? Yeah, that's what I thought. Source is like kryptonite to Trump voters. It is kryptonite. The moment you ask for a source, they crash out or leave. I don't work on Trust Me Bro. You can get a trustmebro.com is not a source t-shirt in my merch store in the link tree in my bio. If you like, I got a bunch of merch, but go take a look. Trustmebro.com is not a source is a t-shirt that's in there too. Charles, thank you for the $20 Venmo for all the fragile, insecure MAGA little boys cosplaying as men. Keep up the good fight. Oh, Panda Politics, thank you so much. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Trumpers always chicken out. Trumpers always crash out. They're all tacos, just like Trump. The minute I ask for a source, they melt the fuck down. Or they leave. They don't ever bring a source. They have nothing. Never. I've been 13 months straight. I have been here every single day, 7 days a week. For 13 months, I've only missed 2 days, including every fucking holiday. Okay? And I've asked Trump supporters to fact check anything that I've told them. And if they can prove me wrong, come back, bring your source, and I'll change my mind. And not one out of thousands of people I have talked to have ever come back with a source or attempt to debunk anything I've said. Everything that comes out of my mouth has been heavily researched. And I have facts on my side. And they've not ever once tried to come back and to prove me wrong because they can't. They cannot. I've challenged every one of them to do it.
Hey, do you remember me that when you told me that Kamala's going to be the next president? What happened?
Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes.
Yeah. How old are you? And what state did you vote in?
Trenton and state of Texas.
Who cares?
You told me that Kamala was going to be the
Yes,
next president.
I surely did.
What happened?
Let me show you. I'll show you what happened. Hold on one second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
Bye.
Oh, that was a fact check. You were a moron. Hold on. Where'd you go, Rodrigo? Did you see the tweet from Elon? That's Habu. Also, keep an eye on Rockland County, New York. Shit's about to hit the fan, boogie boogie. Rockland County, New York. Oh, he dropped so fast. One man can swing the United States election? One man? You mean one man that has satellites and a technology company, and who Joe Rogan said knew 4 hours before everyone else that Donald Trump won because he had made an app? You mean that one man? Blockhead? Yeah, one man. Yeah. Yeah. ...2020 election was free and fair. They did a recount multiple times, multiple states. Oh, Anthony, thank you for the $5 for a $5 challenge. Happy Monday, and Tammy was gross. Yes, sorry, it just came through. Anthony is challenging everybody in the chat to send $5 to help support my life to my Cash App or Venmo right here. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat if you want to help get in on the $5 challenge. I'd appreciate it. Or you can my Cash App or Venmo, which is just Diavatalks, just like my name on the screen. Thank you, Anthony. Welcome, Mishi Raid. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Come on up. Trumpers think today's Wednesday because Trump said so. That's funny. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome, Mishi Raid. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Let the cat go, please. Yes, that usually means if someone sends all their viewers to come over to someone else. If another creator sends all of their people over to come to your live because they're ending their live, they just call it a Mishi Raid or Johnny Raid, or whoever's live is sent their people over. That's all that means. Oh, Rodrigo's back. What did you want, Rodrigo?
Hey, by the way, why did you say Chameleon was going to win the election?
Nope, you're not going. You're no. You're not going to disrespect the Vice President of the United States. No, you're not. Goodbye. Don't you dare call her chameleon. Fucking trash. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Roaches for raid, Rodrigo. You know he wants to deport you too, right? Roaches for raid, slugs for salt. Chameleon. He calls her chameleon. I'm not going to allow you to disrespect a beautiful black woman who is smart, intelligent, and way overqualified for the job. And you guys put in a convicted felon instead. That's on you, stupids. Don't you dare. Chicken first Chick-fil-A. Lord. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on. I didn't kick you because I was scared. I kicked you because you're not going to disrespect the former vice president of the United States. I don't allow people in my life to disrespect women, especially Black women. Ria, what article on the Economic Times? I'm here now. I just don't know. There's a lot of stories. If you could just give me like a basic of the store of the what you want me to look at, I'll read it. There's just a lot of articles. Turkeys for Thanksgiving. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Okay. Thank you, Ria. I love you, Ria. Your videos give me life, by the way. Rockland County, New York. Rockland County, New York. Okay. There was one district in Rockland County, New York, where 78% of the vote went to Kristen Gillibrand, which is a Democratic senator. But not a single vote, not one vote went to Kamala Harris in the same district. So that's statistically impossible. So they have asked for a hand recount. It's a precinct, sorry, not a district, a specific precinct. And so they're asking for a hand recount of the paper ballots. So if they find irregularities there, it could trickle down to other swing states that somehow he won every swing state. Yeah. And Democrats won seats, but didn't vote for Kamala in those districts as well? No. Statistically, that's not possible. So that's probably why he's inside. I mean, this is my theory. I always tell you if it's my opinion or if it's factual. My theory is that's why he's escalating the tensions. He wants the people to respond to the violence. He wants to then say, oh my God, they're out of control. So he can send down the National Guard, which he did. Now he sent Marines today against U.S. citizens so that he then can declare martial law. And if you guys understand, okay, you guys do understand that if he does martial law, all constitutional rights are suspended, including he can suspend elections. So even 2A, every single constitutional right is suspended. And he has say over everything that happens in the country. That's what I think January 14 and the tanks coming in into DC is not just for a parade. Those are my opinions. And because the Epstein files were released, that he's on the list because they haven't released the report yet. If he wasn't on there, he would immediately release him and say, no, and prove his innocence. They're not releasing those either. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And because Elon said that he couldn't have won without him, that they wouldn't have the Senate, or they wouldn't have the House. All of it. And the people are not going to stand for a dictator. This will be the end of Trump. This will be the end of MAGA. Unfortunately, it's going to cause people's lives. And it's shameful. But it will be the beginning of the end. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request coming up. My guess, if they find irregularities in New York, my guess would be Pennsylvania for sure, would be the next state they might ask for a hand recount. And then probably all the swing states, North Carolina, Pennsylvania. Yeah, I believe that. Michigan. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Oh, okay. I can't read this on here because I'll get dinged. Okay? Because this is. Anyway, if you're in my Discord server, I'm going to put an article in the live chat channel of this article. Not reading it on here, but I'm going to go ahead and put it in the Discord channel because y'all need to see this shit. Yikes. Yep. Give me 1 second. I'm going to my Discord right now. If you voted for Donald Trump, I can't read it in code words. I can't. You can the Discord link is in the link tree in my bio. Texas Tuman, thank you for resubscribing. Thank you so much. Thank you for the gifts earlier too. I saw them. The astronaut. I'd never seen that before. That was so cool. Thank you so much. It's in the link is in the link tree in my bio. It's going to be in the live chat channel. My Discord is just giving me problems. It's not opening. So just give me a second. I can't say that either. I can't even say the name of it because I'm telling you, I'll get a civics or election integrity violation if I say it. Yeah, it's the Economic Times. Give me a second. Maybe I'll put it on my backup and just won't say anything and let you guys read it. Just give me a second. I'm multitasking, y'all. Trying to get it on Discord for everybody to read it, and then I'll get it on the screen. So just give me a minute. I know I'm fucking awesome, but I'm not that quick. Jennifer, thank you for subscribing. Thank you so much. All right, there we go. It's on the live chat channel in the Discord. And I'll put the synopsis on the screen for you guys to read it on my backup account. I'll try to be as steady as I can so you guys can read it. I'll just show you the synopsis if you want to. That way you don't have to read the whole article, but you get the gist of the article. Here's the article. Here it is. Economic Times. Synopsis. Told you. Guess that was the little secret that him and Mike Johnson had, huh? I'm not trying to mess with your emotions like that, but that's what the Rockland County, New York, hand recount, moving forward through the judicial process is really important. I told you guys from day one, from the day after the election, something stunk. And that's all I can say on the live because, you know, the algorithm. And that's why, though, I haven't said anything either. I've said my personal feelings, how I felt about it. I feel like something was off. But I'm like, but let's just wait and I didn't tell you guys know. You guys know I told you. I said, no one's saying a word. Something has got to be going on in the background that we won't know about. So we just have to let it play out. I believe, did you say Economic Times Boulder also? Rhea? For those of you who just got here, I can't catch you up. I'm not going back to the whole entire thing again because I can't. Oh, the Daily Boulder. Thank you, Rhea. The Daily Boulder has a story about that too. That's the original article? Okay. The Daily Boulder. Or rewatch on YouTube, right? All of my lives are saved and you can watch them anytime on YouTube. The Daily Boulder. Okay, there it is. I see it. I'm assuming from Boulder, Colorado. Economic Times leans right. Yeah. Okay. Gregory, thank you for the $5 for the $5 challenge. Thank you so much. Or check the Discord. I put the actual article in the link or the live channel link in my Discord server. Oh boy. Ooh! Okay, I'm gonna put the Daily Boulder article in there too, in the link in the Discord server. Oof, 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 oof. Yikers. Y'all, I know people are like, don't be playing with my emotions and all this stuff. I get it. But can't we all use just a little fucking hope right now? All right. I put the Daily Boulder in the live chat and the live channel as well on my Discord server. I don't know what happens next. Val was on a different live earlier, so I think that he just got caught up on that live. Yes, Newsom sued Donald Trump today for sending the National Guard because he usurped the power of the governor. This is unprecedented times. We don't know. This has never happened before, so we don't know. I know what should happen. I don't know, but I know Gavin Newsom's been giving us heartburn lately because he's been trying to go a little to the center. But because Tom Holm is like, yeah, we'll arrest anybody who gets in our way. And Gavin Newsom's like, come get me, bitch. Come get me. Come arrest me. You know where I am. He's not backing down, and that's what you have to do to a bully. Stand up to him. Stand up to the bully. They're not kowtowing to him. He's like, come get me then. You know where I am. Arrest me. Plus, he's handsome as hell. It is how you handle a narcissist. That's how you handle a bully, a narcissist, all of those things. You don't kowtow to them. You don't be like, okay, I'll let you do. No. Stand up and be like, fuck you. Gavin Newsom. Because they were talking about Tom Homan was like, and then Tom Homan started backpedaling a lot. He's like, well, no, we're not actually going to arrest him. Exactly. They backed down right away. Boom. Right away. Well, no, we're not really going to unless, you know. All they are is just a bunch of bullies. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Yes. I'm glad he called out the authoritarian actions as well. That's what he's doing. The governor of the state is the one who has to call up the National Guard. Literally, it's a protest didn't escalate until after they deployed the National Guard. You do not posse comitatus. You don't use our military against your own people. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request and come on up. Mustang dude, come on up. Don't wimp out in the comment section. Don't tread on me. Now they're like, tread on all of us, daddy. Come and tread all over us and all over the American people in LA. Gross. Yeah, how much is costing the taxpayers? This is ridiculous. Tread all over me, daddy. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Oh, I'm frozen. What about Doge? What? I froze for a second there. Sorry. Ew. What? Yeah. Is there a bolo on JD? Where the fuck is that dude? There is no restoration of order. They're inflaming the tensions by shooting people and by tear gassing them. That's not controlling the chaos or restoring order when they're shooting at the protesters. What the fuck is wrong with you? Mike over on YouTube is just dumb every day, every damn day. JD Vance is like the hamster in the wheel that I leave up on the live where they don't know how to leave. That's all his role is just like the hamster in the wheel. He has no use. He doesn't do anything. you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. You only got about 15 more minutes, and then I'm bringing anybody up.
But what did Kamala do? What did Kamala do? What did she do as vice president for 4 years? What did Kamala do?
What the fuck is JD Vance doing? So quiet.
But what did Kamala do?
She did a fucking shit ton. What did Mike Pence do? And then hang out with his wife. Red Dog, did you vote for Trump? Red Dog?
Yeah.
Did you vote for Trump?
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Hi, Fang. Oh, I know, right?
I'm over here deep breathing. Why you interrupt me? It's alright, Red Dog. But you cracked me up, man.
Oh.
Audio is hilarious. And it doesn't matter that you didn't mean to do that, my friend. Gets us through our day, my friend. Thank you.
Oh.
Life can get monotonous and breaks in reality like that. Just chef's kiss, brother. Thank you. Hope you have a good day. Because you made mine a little bit better. Thank you.
That was great. Everybody needs to laugh. He's laughing in the comments, so he didn't take it personal. That's good. Do you notice that like Donald Trump and JD Vance and like Stephen Miller, all these tweets and True Social stuff, they keep calling these protesters insurrectionists?
Yes, because the definition now applies to anyone doing anything against anyone.
But not on January 6th.
No, that's not the definition. How could they be doing that? They don't have any weapons. That's not what an insurrection is. You have to have a weapon.
That's right. There was no weapons. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you really think that they think they can overthrow the government?
And then he tweets out. Arrest the people with masks. I'm like, I agree. Get all the ICE people out of here.
Thank you for the gifts, everybody. Yeah, get them all out. All the kinds of masks.
Did you know that Marsha Blackburn has introduced a bill that it's going to be against the law to unmask ICE agents or whatever?
Wow.
It's like so dumb. Yeah, overthrowing the government in LA.
Secret agents.
Not when they were at the Capitol, which is actually the government building, but they're trying to overthrow the government in LA. Oh my God, please. I hate it here. I want off this timeline now. They wanted to make it illegal for the protesters to wear masks while at the same time tear gassing them and shooting them with pepper balls and rubber bullets. But what? This can't be real life. This is crazy. This is crazy. Am I frozen? I'm not frozen on my side. I'm not frozen on my backup. Can you hear me? Because they're saying people in the comments that I'm frozen, but I don't think I am.
You're moving around for me anyway.
Oh, okay. I was okay. Well, TikTok's been glitching all day. I was watching several creators earlier, and they're like glitching out, and I'd have to scroll out and come back, and then boop, they'd be back again. All right. Mitria, can you come up for a second so I can use the potty? Just do a quick commercial or something. Hello. Yeah, it does look. Actually, looks like it's about to rain here. So I have to run to the potty. So if you could just do a quick commercial break, I'd really appreciate it.
Sure, no problem. First of all, hi, Fane. Good to see you. Thank you for the rose. Doing good. Guys, there's over 600 people in here. Let's make sure that we are hitting that screen and sharing up the live for Diava. Let's try to get her to 300K before she gets back. And let's try to do at least 500K before the end of the show. How's that sound? Make sure that you are doing that. Make sure you send your daily heartbeats, please, as that does also help the algorithm. After you send the heartbeat, go in and collect your points. You know, that's TikTok's little game. They like to make sure that you're on the rankings or whatever. So make sure to go and do that. If you would like to contribute a little more, please go ahead and contribute to the gifting goal and or contribute to subscribe to her. It is, as she says, less than a cup of coffee for a whole month to subscribe to her. So please do that if you're able to. If you would like to contribute even more directly, please go ahead and Venmo and Cash App to Diavatalks. I'm pretty sure that we have either a $2 or $5 challenge going currently. But any donations work for her, even $1 if that's all you got. And you'd like to contribute. I'm telling you, she appreciates it all. Please make sure, first of all, thank you all for the gifts. And please make sure that you do gift the panel when possible. And Diava does have in her bio a link to her merch store. So please make sure that you check that out also in case you're interested.
Thank you so much. Oh, I feel so much better. I had to go so bad. Yes, my eyeballs were almost floating. My teeth were already there.
No, I get it.
All right.
I did request that earlier because that lady you had earlier, I was disgusted by that.
Wasn't that just gross?
Like, I don't understand why women are so quick to tell women that they don't believe them.
I don't get it either.
It's horrible. But I'm not going to do my tirade yet. It's not friendly time. But I will.
Thank you.
You can drop me down whenever you're ready.
Okay, thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming up to do a commercial break for me. I really do. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. If you voted for Donald Trump, oh, well, I just have friendlies. I have friendlies lining up. What headline? There's the Boulder, the dailyboulder.com. If you're in my Discord server, it's in the link. It's in the live channel. I put the link to both articles of the Economic Times, which does lean right. So that's shocking they ran that, but and the Daily Boulder. Did you know about those articles, Fang?
I did not.
Did you see it when I showed it on my backup?
No, I have not been watching it that far.
Here, let me put it up one more time.
Please.
I can't read it out loud, and you'll know why when you see it. I'm just going to let you read the headline.
Okay.
All right, let's see. Here we go. Here we go. This one's from the Economic Times and is directly ties to the case, or well, I believe it ties to the case in Rockland County, New York, where they are asking for a hand recount in specific precincts because of the irregularities of the count. Because one whole district voted 78% for Kristen Gillibrand, which was a Democratic senator, but not a single vote went to Kamala Harris in that whole precinct, which is statistically impossible. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep, and the judge. And that's all I'm gonna say. If you're on my because TikTok, the algorithm will be like election, civil and election integrity, blah blah blah, whatever. So, but that's all I can say on here. So I put the links to both of those articles in my Discord server under the live channel. Who just Bugaboo? Thank you for subscribing. Thank you so much. Yes, it's cheese tax time. Can you tell? Exactly, my wise. I knew we were never that crazy. Exactly. I feel vindicated. Because I've been saying something since the day after the election. Something is fishy. Cheese tax time. All right. Are there any Trump supporters in here? If you're a Trump supporter or a Trump voter and you want to come up and chat, put a 1 in the comment section. And I'll bring you right up. Otherwise, I'm going to move on to the friendlies because I don't know if there's any even in here. Shut up. You're not entitled to my cheese. He's like, yes, I am. Why did it take so long to come to light? I don't think it did. I think they knew all along. Because if you remember, if you remember, AOC said there is something happening behind the scenes, but it's huge and it's going to take time to come out. I think this is what they meant, which is why Kamala has said nothing since the election. Nothing. Not a word. Not a word. I think they need to give Elon immunity and tell him to sing like a goddamn canary. Succubus, how are you? Sorry.
Well, I must say, I am super excited to our first female president. Her being like, I'm even more excited. Just saying. Yeah, we've known that there was
something fishy
going on for a while.
We just didn't have any proof, and I didn't want to sound like the MAGAs in 2020.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that whole thing that went on back then.
Yep.
With Dominion and everything. I think that was so that they could get their hands on things. And
I told you we don't have any. Shut up. Oh, I dropped the whole stick. Now he got all my cheese.
He wins.
All gone.
you know, that whole saying, give them enough rope,
Yep.
all the things that they've said. And I mean, it's just going to be evidence.
All we have to do is wait and see. And I said, if
like, please come save us. I'm so tired of this shit.
right, I will hang on. I will hang on to any glimmer. I will hang on to any glimmer of hope. Okay. Because right now things seem a bit hopeless.
But I'm telling you what. Oh, I know. I will hold on to, but I will also say my grip is failing.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Yeah.
Jeez. Like I don't know how much more any of us can take. I know that my mental faculties are frayed at the least. Watching all this shit go down.
I agree.
Have you all even talked about the rescission package and all of the
I have.
that is?
I have talked about the rescission package, and I actually made a TikTok video and gave like a breakdown of the what's going to be cut and it's permanent and all of that. I did a whole TikTok video.
Yeah, because I really think that that's part of what they're working on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
While they're doing this dramatization of bullshit.
If you guys haven't, whenever you guys get off the live, once the live is over, if you haven't seen my most recent video about the rescission package, please go watch it. Number one, I need the views. I'm just being honest. Because the more, and share it, because the more people who see it, we want people to know so they don't vote for this shit. So make sure that it's really important. This rescission package basically solidifies and ends all the programs that Doge cut. And they can't be brought back. It ends them.
Yep.
So,
and of course, the best medicine that you can take against MAGA is actual factual information.
Correct. So please make sure you go look at my most recent video. I don't make very many videos. I
almost never see your stuff.
I'm trying to do that more going forward, but I have a very full plate. So I do my best, but that one was really important. So I made the one.
It was empty. I thought the dog just got your cheese.
That's funny.
Just kidding.
But yeah, make sure you check out my video.
Yes, please. Everyone support Diva. Tap that screen. Give her some love. Let's go, guys. I see a few hearts. We can do better. That's so much better.
And go check my video for my rescission packet video and share it. Share it. Share it.
Yes. Well, thank you for having me up.
Thank you.
I just wanted to. It's so nice to not feel so crazy.
I know. I think we all. Somebody said earlier we're gonna all need reparations for PTSD after this administration.
So much.
God damn.
I want a refund check from my therapist.
Right.
All right, everyone. You all
Thank you. Have a
Love
good
you
night.
guys.
Love you
Thank you.
too. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Joe was up here next. Joe, hi. How are you?
Hi, my dear. I love you so much. Stop it. Stop it. I get so excited because I love you. I miss Jim of a Jewel, of course. I mean, but you know what? I'm going to tell you something. So today I went to the, because my mom's like something, or like EBT, whatever, like it didn't go, or money didn't go through. And you know what I was telling everybody? You need to watch Diavatalks. Everybody, they kicked me out of the place because I was like, you need to listen to Diavatalks. Dude, no, I'm not even joking. I was telling everybody, if you're like, I mean, I don't like to get like that political, but I do. You know what I mean? I
mean, it affects people's real lives. I mean,
and that's what I'm saying. You know, like what's that? Ignorance is bliss. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's not.
You know what I'm saying? Like people, they don't want to hear the truth. But I was like, do you know what's going on in LA right now? And there was this Mexican girl next to me. She's like, oh yeah, I came from Mexico and I was living in LA. Why do you think she came to New Mexico? You know what I mean? Because we take care of our people here. You know,
Right.
we're a blue state, so I mean, we don't mess with stuff like that, like LA is doing right now. Like, it's disgusting. But I love you so much, Diava.
Thank you,
I
Joe.
won't take any more. No, you know me. I mean, you're gonna know me even more because you see me, you're like, oh my God, he has a pentagram. He's crazy. He's a Slayer fan. Yes, I'm all that. I am all that. But I am on top of that. I'm a Diava fan for life.
Thank you, Joe. I appreciate your support.
I subscribe to you. I wish I could send you more money, but I don't have it. You know?
No, it's okay. Your support, you being, I'm gonna just mute you because you have a wicked echo. Your support being here every single day, you subscribing to me, that's enough. I really appreciate you. I know everyone's in a different financial place, and so I don't ever think anything about anyone on how much they support me or how much money they have. Or if you come every single day and you're just here tapping the screen for me and that's all you can do, that's all I need from you. I promise you.
If I have an echo, I apologize, but I love you. I love Nishi. I love Adam Craig. I love all you guys.
Thank
guys
you
are
so
like
much.
The best. I mean, love you guys.
Thank you, Joe. I appreciate
and Johnny
that.
too. Johnny, he got hit with bullets, right?
Yeah.
Did you see that? He got hit with bullets.
He got hit with the rubber bullets and he was tear gassed.
What the heck?
Yep.
That is crazy. I mean, but I love you, and anything I could do to support you, I mean.
Thank you so much.
Anything. Almost anything.
You're like almost anything. Okay, that made me laugh so hard.
Which thing? Let's see which thing. Love you.
All right, love you too. Thank you so much, Joe.
Okay, bye.
Satanist liberals. You're such a goon. Satanist liberals. You are crazy. It was primo, of course. Consider the source.
Hi, Diava.
Hey, Allie, how are you?
I'm doing okay. Before I say anything, do you mind if I just chat really quick?
Sure.
So, to Mike on YouTube, you're a coward. You had your chance the other day, and you didn't do anything. You had the number, you didn't do shit.
Exactly.
So you can spew your shit on YouTube chat, because I can see you, I watch on YouTube too.
Mm-hmm.
I can see you, Mike. You can spew your stuff and say whatever you want, but you had your chance to debate the other, and you didn't take it. I wonder why that is.
I wonder.
And to everyone on TikTok, when LA had the wildfires, MAGA said nothing. They weren't so butthurt over people's cars burning down. They weren't butthurt about people losing their homes, their lives, whatever. MAGA said nothing. 5 cars burned to ICE agents? Oh, now it's something else.
Yeah, miss me. It's a blue state. They don't give a shit about it. They're always like, well, it's California. Oh, well. Shitty California.
When it matters to them.
That's a good point, because that's true. During the wildfires, they were like, oh, well, it's a blue state. They should have better stuff, better people, better whatever. So they have no sympathy. They don't care. They're just fucking gross.
Also, to anyone who is in LA, who lives there and has been there, I think I can speak for like most of the rest of the world when I say we stand with you. I say most because there are some crazies.
Yeah, there's always crazies. We know that.
There's crazies everywhere.
There is. Anything else you want to add, Allie? There's just a ton of people today waiting to come up.
That's what I got today.
I really appreciate you, though. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you for standing with us over here on from your side of the pond. Hello, darling.
Hi, it's like I just talked to you.
It's almost like you were just here. I know, but I know you have to get ready for your show too. So I didn't want to wait too long to bring you up, so you have time to.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I didn't want to talk about the friendly stuff until you went to time.
I appreciate that.
But I definitely wanted to get back up here. And guys, I just wanted you to know, okay, what's going on in LA is so insane that the police actually had time to go march in the Pride Parade. Isn't it out of control?
Oh my God. It's out of control.
I know. LA is burning to the ground and the police are marching in a Pride Parade. Like, what are we going to do, guys? I'm telling you. We're running out of officers. I'm like, listen, sometimes two things can be true. LA is burning down and cops are marching in Pride Parade is not two of those things.
Correct.
Like, they're not happening at the same time, y'all.
I was like, it was 5 cars lined up in a row that were all unoccupied. Like, it just screams set up to me.
Oh yeah, you know what those were, don't you?
Are they the Waygos or whatever?
Yes, they were
the driverless cars.
Yeah. And ironically, do you know that one of those was called directly in front of the ICE detention center where the National Guard was hanging out?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
And by the way, as far as National Guard is concerned, y'all, 2,000 of them received the call. 300 of them showed up.
Yeah.
So, people are listening, you know, that they don't have to follow unlawful orders.
That's true.
And a friend of mine who's in the military, her name is Cookie. She's always on my good news show that I'm on this channel that I'm on with me. She's on Military Talk, and they are hammering it into the people on Military Talk that they do not have to follow illegal orders. So, I just think, I know it's rough. There's a process happening clearly. Just have faith. That's all I'm saying, guys. I know that my optimism can be ridiculous sometimes, or the way people see it is ridiculous. I'm incredibly optimistic about everything. We just have to survive it, is all. So
that's true.
Like I said, don't be scared. Be prepared.
You're more optimistic than I, but I do share in your optimism to a point because I feel like we have to be optimistic. We can't be in despair and fearful because that's what they want. That makes them win.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, everything that they've done, as Diava says it all the time, they're following a playbook, y'all.
Yep.
And you can pull that playbook up and you can read about it. The reason they were able to advance in 1930s Germany is because the other political party was fighting all the time with each other, and they were able to shrink the country and scare all of the people into complying in advance.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see LA complying in advance, you know?
No.
So take it as some strength. Use it. Fight back. We're gonna keep going. We're doing good.
I agree. That's right. That's the first. That's the first. Sorry. That's like one of the tenets of in that book called On Tyranny.
Yeah.
It's the first the number one thing says never comply in advance.
Never. Yeah, I have that book too.
I do too.
Don't comply in advance.
Don't comply in advance. You got to fight the whole way. Don't give up your power before.
Like there's no fight available. You got it.
Don't give up your power before. Don't give up your power before they take it. Basically.
Right.
You still have power until they finally come and get it. So don't comply in advance just because you're scared. This is scary times. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
This is scary times, but you can't. But don't live in fear.
Right. I mean, it's harder to take back something that you lose rather than fight to keep it.
Right.
So keep what we got, y'all. I think that this is a show of action that is going to make them think twice, to be honest.
Yeah, I think
they're
this is
gonna
a
see
test.
what's going on here,
Mm-hmm.
and they're going to be like, okay, maybe we shouldn't do this.
Well, I think it's kind of like a test. Like, what will the American people take?
Right.
Like, will they acquiesce? Will they give up before it's taken? Will they comply in advance?
Exactly. Chelsea fella, we don't care. But if you want to come talk about how much you love Trump, request up, because your requests are off.
You can request up. You are in a different country, but from 6 p.m. Eastern time, I let anybody come up, including people from foreign countries. So if you want to come up and profess your love for Donald J. Trump, we are here to support you, sir.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear about how much you love Trump from afar.
From the UK.
Tell me all about it. Right. But anyway, I just wanted to come up here and say that. And I mean, to anybody that is not aware of my Good News Today channel, just come see us if you're interested. We try to have a calming vibe at the end of the night, just a palate cleanser before everybody kind of settles down. So if you're not following this account and you'd like to support, I would greatly appreciate it.
Yeah.
Go on after Diava, because I'm not going to step on my girl. And I'll let her get us all excited and rambunctious, and then I'll try to calm us down later. But anyway, I just wanted to come up here and say all that. But thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
Got me down. I got to get ready for my show.
I know. Thank you for coming up, Demetria. Yeah, everybody check out Good News Today. She goes live right at 7:00 when I get off. And it's all good news and like positivity and stuff like that. So I'll get you riled up over here with battling Trump voters, and you guys can go. She'll go calm you down over on her side. Hi, Essie. How are you?
Hi, Diava. I'm trying to stay calm and
I know.
trying to get through the day, especially with what's going on, seeing the lives in LA, and it's disgusting. It's disgusting that the National Guard had took an oath. They took an oath to protect
Yes.
the Constitution,
Yes.
domestic and foreign. It's disgusting that there are officers that I don't get. I can't say I can get. I just don't. It's shameful that you serve to protect your community. You serve to protect your community. You too took an oath. And yes, Diava, you are correct. My department, the sheriff department that I am currently in, we had to take a course. We had drilled in that we do not assist or help ICE in any way. They are there for their own
Citizens.
I'm sorry. They're in there for their own assignments.
Right.
We do not help. We do not assist. And the officer that does is compliant. In oh my God, they are complicit. I'm sorry, they're complicit.
So the local law enforcement does, because like when they come up and said that the LAPD is not helping ICE, they're not required to support, help, or facilitate anything ICE is doing.
Even the chiefs made it clear that they're not helping ICE.
Okay,
They're
good.
not helping ICE to assist with any of the arrests. They're not assisting any of them. Even on Sunday, the chief of police of LAPD stated that it was a peaceful protest. The agitators were ICE agents, and there are, of course, those little covered up faces and black masks. Ooh, I kid you not, were probably white supremacists.
Proud Boys, Oath Keepers, J6ers.
Exactly.
Yep.
All the people. They were parked, and I am fed up, and it's a It's the hope that destroys, crumbles regimes. It's hope. We have to keep hope. No matter what the situation is, hope for the best. Hope for we can get through this.
Yeah.
Is one thing that is dangerous, and it's hope. Everyone, hope. And we are going to push through this. Yes, it is scary times, but we are hopeful. We are going to push. And there are many avenues we have. We have information. We have a lawsuit. We have information that nobody in the 1930s could able to get. We have that opportunity. We have a device that can get information. Hell, Google. We always say Google is easy. You can look at Google, but there's people that are independent that inform us. We are hopeful. We hope for the best.
Yep. And that's why I said I know that it's so much. It's just so much going on. But we have to. We can't let it. If they win, if you just get defeated and give up.
I took a screenshot, and it was disgusting. The disgusting one. I'm not gonna say the name. I took a screenshot of the face.
Yeah.
And it's if she is she banned? Is she still here, or is she gone?
Yes.
That individual is vile in every way.
Every way. That's why I made her put her camera on.
And I bet you this is not. This is probably her burner account, whatever. She hides every MAGA supporter or every maggot on here has a burner account because they know that once they get their previous other accounts banned, they always go to the next and to the next because everything they're spewing is hate.
Tammy, her name was Tammy.
Individuals, MAGA, you have no empathy. I just didn't want to say the name because I didn't know what if you were going to get a violation.
No, I don't give a shit.
I didn't want to.
I mean, I appreciate you did not do that, but I'm like, I don't give a shit.
Well,
she was vile.
Every maggot out there, you have no empathy, period. And again, I was following orders will not suffice.
No.
And I will say this, and when it comes to the midterms, and I just be hopeful because there is hope. Because this is MAGA, this is Trump's company.
Yes.
Remember MAGA, and remember this: any person within the Democrat that's seeking election, ask them one question: are you going to prosecute? Are you going to prosecute every person in that regime? And if they beat around the bush, then you know what? You don't have my vote. It's a definite yes.
Yes. No more dragging feet. No more dragging feet. Like we don't want to be political. We don't want to, inflame that. Fuck that shit. Everyone that's doing any part of this stuff needs to be like Nuremberg style trials.
Exactly. And this is what it's going to come down to. Nuremberg trial 2.0. I've said it non-stop. It is. I'm not. Again, one question: are you going to prosecute this regime? That's it.
That's it. That's the question. I agree. Thank you, Essie. Thank you. And thank you for coming up here and corroborating that LAPD doesn't have to comply or help ICE. So they're in violation of ICE. I'm like, they don't have, they're under no obligation to do ICE's job or help them. They're there to protect the citizens in their state or county or whatever, city.
Exactly. And I will say this. I don't know, does ever Tiny Tank Top Tim come onto your lives?
He did once and he's banned because I don't like him. I won't platform him. He's gross.
That grotesque piece of filth.
Yes.
I was on Zeus's live and I explained everything. He tried to, you know what, Tiny Tank Top Tim, you know what? You are filth. period.
Total.
You always be felt. I will wake up knowing I'm a better man than you. I'm a better father and a better person, period. I do my job.
100%.
I'm supposed to show empathy.
I agree. Thank you, SC. I appreciate you. I know you have a hard time keeping your anger in check. You did good.
Like I said, I am taking therapy, and it's a work in progress.
I agree.
All right, Diava, have a good day.
Thank you, honey. Have a good night. Love you. Bye-bye. SZ is a police officer. So that's why he was cooperating that I said. That because somebody came up and said, well, the LAPD is not, they're defying ICE's orders, or they're not facilitating ICE or helping the ICE. I'm like, they don't have to. They're not obligated to help ICE deport people and do that shit. They're there for to protect the citizens of their city, county, whatever, division that they have. They don't have to help ICE. And he was corroborating that for me. Because he said his department doesn't have to do that either.
And Mark, I know it's daunting, but don't forget Mark-S.F. We will have midterms. And don't forget, sir, what Diava was saying earlier. Don't apply in things. Don't decide that it's going to be the way that they want it to be. There are people out there fighting that you can see, and there's people behind. Behind the scenes fighting to make sure we have a democracy. There's no way to make you feel as if we.
Oh, I think you got a phone call.
Sorry about that. My bars it's the dead zone that I am, the office that I'm in.
Oh, no worries. Wait, hi, how are you?
Hi, Diava. Good afternoon.
Good. Hi, good afternoon. How are you?
Good. So I was going to talk about the Nuremberg trial and probably why the United States isn't going to get the same thing. Because with the Nuremberg trial, it was the International Military Tribunal, IMT, was like a one-time thing, and that was used to like prosecute the Yahtzee high-ranking officials, and then the low-ranking ones, like those that ran to the Tapos and the
the Gestapo, yeah.
Yeah, those were prosecuted in Germany and other like European countries like France and whatnot. But the IMT was a combination of, I think, the US.
Right, I meant like Nuremberg style hearings. I didn't mean exactly Nuremberg trials, but like that style, like they need to be held accountable all the way down to the individual ICE officers. I think that's kind of what I meant by that.
Yeah. So the US is not part of the ICC because they never renewed the Rome Statute because they have concerns about being charged with WAR crimes, especially with the Iraq and Afghanistan situation that Bush was responsible for. So it's kind of like, yeah, I don't know if there's going to be that style. But then if the UN does step up, they could hand it over to the ICC. But then the US is also part of the UN and they have veto power. And I don't think the US is going to vote yes to have the prosecution take place. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's like 50, like 70, 20, 30-ish. It's like gray area. I hope something happens, but it's like at the same time, I'm like,
even if we just prosecute them in our country, as long as they never see the outside of a jail cell, I'm fine.
Yeah, because with Mr. Trump, like if we were part of ICC, it doesn't matter if the Supreme Court gave him all the immunity in the world. the ICC does not care. Because what they are doing is committing a crime against humanity and aggression. And quite frankly, it did not go too well for the German officials. Like, I was following orders. It was legal at that time where we at. I was just doing what was said by the states. Like, nobody cares. So I think that's why the ICE agents are actually putting on the mask.
Oh, 100%. Yes.
Yeah, because they could be identified. And even with the people from Germany, like the trial lasted from the 40s, and they persecuted people in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. I think they also persecuted people in the early 2000s. Like, there was no statute of limitation, nothing like that. So they might think they might get away with it, but it's like, it doesn't matter if you have all the immunity in the world.
Yep.
Which Marco Rubio, whatever your name is, they think, yeah, it's gonna give us immunity and then we're good. Like, nobody cares. Like, what? Like, it's just words on paper. Like, it doesn't mean anything if they do decide to prosecute them. But then the problem is, they will prosecute it because the U.S. hasn't really held people accountable. Like, they never held the Confederates accountable the way they should have held accountable. So I don't know.
Well, they should have, and maybe we wouldn't have MAGA today.
Yeah, they should have, but they never did. So.
Well, that's why we, the people, are going to make sure that we do. They do hold them accountable. Yes. Or they'll be voted out. We'll vote them out.
Yeah, I hope they do, because no one ever thought that Germany would be held accountable like that until the coalition and they finally did the Nuremberg. But I really, really do hope something like that happens, because they need to pay, especially those in his administration, Caroline, whatever. Like, I don't care.
Yep.
But yeah, that's all I wanted to bring up, because I wasn't sure what was going to happen before that happened. And with the contest in November, since the numbers of the competition isn't matching up, if it goes all the way to the court, what's gonna happen? Like, is someone going to hand over something to the person who won? Because I'm kind of careful with the TikTok language.
Did you ask me a question? I was chewing ice. I'm so sorry. That's so rude.
Oh yeah. So I said with the competition that happened in November, and with what we got with the numbers.
Yeah.
If we do end up finding out that the person who is so-called person who actually quote unquote has the numbers doesn't have the numbers, what would happen to the lady who actually did get the numbers?
I have no idea. This has never happened before, so I just don't know. I can have my theories. I can have, what I think. I think that the whole administration will be null and void, and she would take her rightful seat. But I don't know. It's literally never ever happened, so I don't know at all.
Yeah, we are living in unprecedented times.
I'm sick of living in unprecedented times.
Doesn't get into office because JE is worse.
No, the whole administration will be gone because it would be illegitimate. All of his cabinet picks, the president, vice president, all the cabinet picks would be null and void.
I hope so. And I hope Elon starts spilling the beans.
Yeah, I hope he gets elevated. I hope he gets elevated enough that he spills more.
Yeah. I blame Barry Garland for all this problem.
I do too.
2 freaking years to actually move forward. But I don't know. I feel like Barry Garland probably had some type of resentment for Elon being confirmed for SCOTUS when Obama was in office. I don't know. Because I'm like, dude, you're not dumb. Like, if you were going to be appointed as a Supreme Court justice, you got, like, we missed you know what you're doing. So all of a sudden, you become the AG.
Yep.
And you wait 2 years.
Yeah, he drug his feet. That was one mistake that Joe Biden made in his administration that I didn't like.
Yeah, I felt like he should have actually fired Garland and got someone else in. I felt like if Jack Smith was actually like the AG, stuff would have moved faster.
Oh, goodness, yes.
Yeah, and Jack Smith does actually have some influence because he is also an ICC prosecutor or was an ICC
For The Hague,
prosecutor.
yeah.
But yeah, I will let you go. And
Thank you, OA.
come up. You're welcome. Bye.
Good to see you again. Thank you.
Good to see you too.
Hi, thank you. Okay, I'm getting here. I'm getting to y'all. I'm getting there.
Only because I will always, every time I hear or see the words OA, everybody go to Netflix. That show. I love that show.
Nelson, hi, love.
At Diava, hi, Fang. I was feeling kind of one-sided today. I was feeling great because of what Rockland County started. And as I go back and go through the timeline, I began to put little things together that now make sense.
Mm-hmm.
We had the big controversy about the voting machines in 2020. All the voting machines were inspected. Actually, all the votes in the states were bugged. I bet you they could be, the votes could have been changed from a remote location no matter what they put down there. And that's my thought. And my second thought, and this one's a sad one, I'm a retired staff sergeant, United States Marine Corps, Vietnam veteran. And I'm urging all my brothers and sisters Marines, remember the UCMJ, Articles 90 through 92. We do not have to follow unlawful orders. And we for the Constitution, not for man. All enemies, foreign and domestic. This is crazy.
It is crazy. You do know there's Marines that he's deployed 700 Marines to California.
I know he deployed to them, but what they're going to do once they get there?
I don't know because they're not a police force. I don't know what.
First of all, I have a strange idea with it. They're going to get there all right, but they're not going anywhere. Because they do not have to follow an illegal order. And it's illegal.
Well, I agree.
It's illegal.
Well, he did send 2,000 National Guard troops and only 300 showed up.
But that's National Guard, which are also under the jurisdiction of the UCMJ. And through that, between 90 and 92, the defense that I was just following orders, that don't work.
I agree.
Okay. So, and then hearing about clicking with what I just heard about today, thanks to you, by the Boulder, everything is beginning to tie in because everything was a bit too quiet.
Quiet and fast.
Too quiet.
Oh, that's what I said from the beginning. I'm like, nobody's saying anything. There's got to be something going on in the background that we don't know about, and we just gonna have to wait and see. Because we didn't want to sound like the MAGA in 2020.
No.
So I'm like, we just need to wait. Kamala went radio silent.
She hasn't said a word.
And she said nothing still to this day. And I think that they all know.
Something else I was going to say. There's something about it. Wow, see? Made me forget.
I'm sorry.
No, but like I said, the members of the military are one thing. And then I'm still trying to get over this so-called anniversary parade that happened on his birthday in Howard. Corporal Bonespurs, he hasn't served a day in his life.
Yep.
He has done nothing. But what has he done for this country? Period. What?
Destroy it.
Everything he touches turns to shit.
Yep, he's the anti-Midas touch.
And if things go right and it come out with the way I think it will come out, that'll take care of Donald Trump and everybody in his administration. But they all gonna be out.
Correct.
And that make we get this country back to where it's supposed to be.
Exactly. And he has disdain. He has disdain for the military. Why does he and veterans? So why does he get a fucking military parade?
Exactly. For what? He did nothing. He had the audacity to award himself a Purple Heart. Are you kidding me? Really? Do you know what it takes to get a Purple Heart? You have to be wounded in combat, dummy.
Yep. That's shameful. Disgrace.
Anyway.
Well, thank you, Nelson. Thank you for your service. I know I say that all the time, but thank you.
Okay, I just wanted to...
Love ya.
Oh, and what's her name, Tammy? Oh, she was a piece of work.
Wasn't she?
Really? What world did you grow up on? Damn sure you just...
MAGA Island.
With that, I'm out.
Thanks, Nelson. Appreciate you.
All right, now, you have a good night.
You too. Thank you, honey. Yeah, she was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Ironic. Hi.
How you doing? California. Everyone went to California. I voted for Harris. It's the fact that they have been able to get it done so successfully, using immigrants as pawns, because
Correct.
all of our rights are dependent on our social doctrine. You know, that whole thing is all meant being created equal under the law.
Right.
That isn't just for shits and grins. That is because we're a country of laws, and by not upholding our laws, by breach of contract, you might call it.
Mm-hmm.
Our Constitution is a retroactive document. That means anything that can be challenged, that can be validated and upheld, takes it right down to the foundation. Anybody know who are the only people who have rights and a vote and citizenship at the foundation of the United States when the Constitution was signed in 1788?
Mm-hmm. Are you there?
I'm sorry, I got a phone call because people need to leave me the fuck alone. Sorry. Who are the only people who have rights in 1788 when the Constitution was signed?
White men.
Rich white men who own land. And it was very specific because in today's terms, it would be the elite. It would be Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk. And all the rest of us, 363 million Americans, would lose our rights, lose our citizenship, lose our ability to vote under the premise that we don't uphold those things put forth by our social doctrines. And it's literally a very real thing. How you provide the framework for it. This is how you provide the legal precedent necessary to set forth a challenge to the Supreme Court. And I'm trying to let people know. So we have a better idea of what we're facing. This isn't just sheerly something horrible that we should say no to that's happening to somebody else. This is something that can steal the rights and citizenship of all of us. I mean, unless you're a male in the 1%. Peter Thiel actually, back in 2012, when he was called out for saying that the worst thing that ever happened to the United States was the fact that women got the right to vote, and he doubled down. He said, you know what? I am sorry I said that, because I now think that too many people in this country can vote, and too many people in this country are citizens, and too many people in this country have rights at all. And then he got, his personal assistant selected to be the vice president of the United States. Do you know he paid $15 million cash for his personal assistant, Davy Vance, to run for election in Ohio? And then 18 months later, with no political experience other than that at all, he was selected to be vice president. I guess it just would have been too suspicious that he had just, been selected without being elected to something.
Yeah. It's all messed up. It's just all messed up.
I don't even know how Elon Musk ever came to any kind of publicity, given the fact his grandpa is a man named Joshua Hammond, not his daddy's dad, because people who talk about his father, Errol, and his grandfather, they're terrible people all around. But Joshua Hammond is terrifying because he published 19,000 articles about destroying, dismantling, and punishing the United States for our grave inherent sin of being Nazis in WW2. If you actually look at Trump's fraud case, it avoided Gulf Fund Bank, which was a bank that was basically funded by Joshua Hammond for 40 years because he was smuggling Nazis all over the globe, and he made it mountainous Nazi gold doing so. Deutsche Bank has direct ties to Joshua Hammond, and then somehow was involved in his fraud case.
Wow. That's crazy. But thank you for coming up. That's interesting. Most stuff I already knew, but yeah. Huh?
But yes, because the 19,000 articles, if you can find them online, I read 11,000 of them, and they're not easy reads. They literally prescribe Doge. They literally outline how it can be used to dismantle the infrastructure of the social network and social systems that were created for the American middle class. By the way, Peter Thiel is also the mentor to Mark Zuckerberg.
Yep.
If it wasn't for Thiel, then Mark Zuckerberg would have never been able to expand Facebook nationally, let alone internationally. And super scary people.
I agree. I only got about 10 more minutes and I got to get off of here, and I got a bunch more people waiting, but thank you so much. You have a wealth of knowledge. Is that where do you find all those articles that you wrote?
Okay, so I got those from when I worked at Tesla. It was actually one of the original coworkers, one of the original engineers from Tesla before it was bought out, and
Yes.
part of their contract was they could never be fired. But the articles I got from him, and he hated Elon because he was responsible for between 6 to 8 million.
Right. I need to know where is there somewhere we can find these to read? I got to move on to the next guest. I'm just trying to find out where we can find them to read them.
Okay, look up Joshua Hammond, anti-American, or American Sin. Yeah, American Sin articles. Joshua Hammond, South Africa. They were published between 1949 and 1974.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. I thought there was a compilation somewhere because she said she wrote a bunch of them. So I was just, I was confused with what she said. We. There we go. Oh, I'm getting to you. Hold on. I'm coming. My computer's wigging. My phone's wigging out on me here. There we go.
Hello.
Hi, Zahir. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I guess the MAGAs all ran away, like the chickens they are, you know.
They always do it during friendly time.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, and Tammy from
Indeed.
She's literally punching her face, like women for Trump, just punching themselves in the face, and then slapping it, and then mashing their heads with a car door, you know?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but after seeing Trump and Elon's little bitch fight, you know, the Republicans gay couple, I call them E-lump.
E-lump.
Yeah, it seems like it feels like that relationship is about to tear apart, and with Elon being like, oh, you know what? If it wasn't for me, he's pretty much saying, if it wasn't for me, Kamala Harris would have won. And then, soon enough, the Trump train will come to a crash. Freaking Trump. It was an old train, and of course, they have to be like, all the passengers in there being comfort humpers, being like, Trump. And they'll soon crash.
Oh my God, you're so funny.
As we get that old sack of potatoes out of office and get Kamala Harris in, you know what we're going to be like? We're going to be like this. Yeah, let's celebrate. With our noise makers and shit. And then it'll be like,
Come on. Oh my God, you're so funny.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for coming up, Zahir. You never disappoint in the funny department. He's so good. He's so good at what's it? Fuck. Impressions. God, all I could think was depression. Like, it's not that. Devo, how are you?
Hey, sorry, I was listening to something else. I was trying to mute it.
Oh, no, that's okay.
I just wanted to share, I put it in the Discord, but I just wanted to share a background that a friend of mine sent me that I just thought was really funny. I don't know if you can see it regarding Trump tripping on Air Force One.
Oh, I had that as my background when I started.
I didn't see the start of your live. Okay, my friend sent it to me a little bit ago.
Yeah, Taco fell.
He sent that to me. I was like, I can't even. And then there's a video going around where somebody took the clip of when Trump had his like videos for his Project 47, whatever his platform was. Made all
Agenda 47, yeah.
Right? And he's like, Biden can't even walk upstairs. There's a video of this one right next to it. All right, I didn't see the beginning of your live, but actually, I was listening a little bit ago, and I can't remember who it was that was up that had mentioned about MAGA saying that like the Los Angeles police are defying ICE.
Yeah.
To your point, they can't do that, but that's interesting because I thought MAGA was all about states' rights and the states taking care of themselves, but yet they're expecting a state police force to follow federal orders.
Oh, yeah.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's the most hypocritic thing I've ever seen.
If they have nothing but hypocrisy.
This is just, I'm exhausted. Is it over yet?
I know, right? I'm like, I hate it here. I want off this timeline. I'm good.
All right, well, that was all I had. I love your show as always.
Thank you.
Finish listening to RTP's replay and get my news for the day. So.
All right. Well, have a great rest of your day.
Thanks. You too.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That's so funny. Yeah, Taco fell. I started with the Taco fell because I thought it was funny. But then I went to the LA because that's what actually happened. But I just think it's so funny. Because they were always Joe Biden can't walk upstairs. Joe Biden can't even walk on stairs. And so this bitch damn near face planted going up Air Force One. Sorry. Hi, Doc Nancy. How are you? Oh, I guess that was a mistake. Maui Wise, thank you so much for the Cash App. Thank you for the education and your love. Thank you so much, Maui Wise. I love you so much. You're just such an incredible human being. I really appreciate it. Your guys' support means everything to me, so I really appreciate it. Thank you. I am so bad. But anyway, y'all, it is time for me to go. I gotta run. Ava came in here a half an hour ago asking me if I could hurry up and get done because she knows I'm making steak tonight and she wanted me to start cooking. I'm like, you gotta wait till I'm done. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave a few minutes early so I can go start their sirloin steak tonight. They're getting that steak dinner. But thank you guys for being here. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the taps, the Cash Apps, the Venmos. I mean, just thank you for being here. Thank you for always giving me your support. I couldn't do this every day without you. And I really, really, really appreciate you so much. I'll be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. We'll do it all over again. We absolutely love you. Mwah, I love you too, Jedi Sleeptist. Have a great night. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow. I love you guys back. All right, YouTube and Twitch. I will see you guys tomorrow at 4 p.m. Can I unblock you on TikTok? What is your TikTok name? IMC Andrew. Tell me what your username is on TikTok if it's different. Because I have to type it in precisely so I can unblock you. You can also send me your username if you want to Diavatalks@gmail.com. That's my email. Ian McAndrew. Okay. Let me write it down. Ian. Hopefully it was just friendly fire. I apologize if it was. It happens. Ian McAndrew. All right. I will go in my settings and or into my block list and try to unblock you. Thank you, Ian. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 4 p.m. We'll do this all over again. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here and for your support. And yes, even you too, Mike. That's a dot after Ian. I got that. Thank you. See you tomorrow, guys.